Hey toy friends, so today we're doing some more toy hunting. This time we went to the Chicago Toy Show, and if you remember, I went to this show for the first time back in October. So they do this big toy show 3 times a year, 3 times a year, once in April, and then July and October. So, and I didn't know this, but the April one is supposed to be like the busiest one and the one that a lot of people go to because it's like the first of the season or the year. But yeah, and it definitely was. It was definitely a lot busier than it was last year. So my anxiety was kind of up here this time. There were just so many people, and I had every single intention of doing like live recording as I was toy hunting, but it would have been impossible for me to do that because number one, I'm still trying to get used to recording in public. I know it's a weird thing to say as a YouTuber, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Chad does it. Chad is so good at it, so I applaud him for that. But yeah, I'm just not at that level yet. But yeah, so basically, you're getting a voiceover is what I'm getting at. You're getting a voiceover. I did record a bunch of stuff. I just didn't record anything as it was going on. I did do an intro and an outro for the toy show, so you get that. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you before I throw you to the footage, but I think that's it. So I'll let you watch what I saw and then come back for the haul. So we're here at the Chicago Toy Show here in Kane County, Illinois, in front of the Poultry Building. Each of these buildings are named after livestock. So yeah, we're just gonna go in and check it out, see what we can find. Yeah, here we are. This is where we just walked in. There's a bunch of, obviously Pee-wee you saw there, some boy dolls, lots of action figures, Karate Kid, if you're into that, some He-Man, some, yeah, Mr. T. I was very tempted by the Mr. T, if I'm gonna be honest. And then we came across this vendor that was selling like these oversized Masters of the Universe. I saw this Orko and I was like so tempted to pick this up. He was $25. I collect anything Orko, so I was very tempted. You saw some turtles there. Yeah, I kept like going back to this Orko, and yeah, I did not pick him up unfortunately. And then there were these guys, another Orko, which I was kind of excited about. Good old Freddy, Mr. Krueger, if you're nasty. Yeah, lots of random toys here. My Buddy. There's a Rainbow Brights, E.T. Lunchbox, Gremlins, super cute. And then some random creepy dolls, of course. There's Tiffany from Chucky, and some boy dolls with an action feature, I'm assuming, is what is on their chest. And then I saw these Barbie eggs. They were just literally empty containers that I'm assuming included some chocolates or something, or stamps or something. Yeah, these are chocolates for sure. There's Greta. Is it Greta? Is that her name from Gremlins? I don't know if that's her actual name. So Living Dead dolls. I definitely need to look into getting a Living Dead doll at some point. Then we have some Roger Rabbits, which I loved Roger Rabbit when it came out. I was so into that movie. I bought the VHS when it came out. I remember pre-ordering it, actually. So, yeah, it was good. It was fun to see these. And then some more Barbie stuff. These were, I forget what those are, notepads or coasters or something. And then some more stickers, lots of Barbie stuff, merchandise, coloring books, sticker books, magazines. Some more Barbies. Sailor Moon, Barbie. Some tiny dolls, some more dolls, Cabbage Patch Kids. I see you, Chad. I see you, Chad. Elvis doll, some Rainbow Bright. These were amazing. Very expensive, but still amazing. Some Darcy dolls, which I never ended up picking up. Here is another. I think I have that Ken actually from the Waltz set. Some random dolls, lots of random little toys. There were so many vendors like this where they had like a ton of tiny little things, and it was just like hard to like focus on anything. So obviously some ponies. You'll see lots of ponies in this video. So Chad, I hope you're watching. I hope you stay tuned because there were a lot. This was cute, this Rainbow Bright record player. Transformers. Some more Barbies. So yeah, I found a lot of the vendors had like Barbies kind of like tucked away. Creepy crawlers, very cute. Yeah, so there were only like maybe 2 or 3 vendors that just had Barbies. There's Harvey Kinkle. These Barbies. The Harley Barbies, which I love. F&B, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that brand. And some Aladdin, some Disney stuff. Some more Barbies. And then these were interesting. These were like Disney fashion packs, basically, but they were based on characters. I've never seen these before. I thought they were really interesting and unique. So they're new to me. I don't know if this was a common thing or whatever, but the masks for the Sleeping Beauty and all that. Then we have the Barbie and the Rockers, which I love. Dreamtime Barbie, super cute. Lots of loose dolls, more ponies. There's a sea pony. That's one that I actually have. That's a boy pony that Chad sent me. Some She-Ras stuff. So like I said, I was on the hunt for She-Ra for sure. There's a synergy here, and I was very excited. I was like, ooh, maybe I should just buy like a synergy, but she was kind of expensive, so I kind of passed on her. Though it was very tempting. Again, more ponies. There was a gem doll, a couple gem dolls, I guess, there as well. I definitely missed stuff. Like, I'm looking at the footage now, and I'm like, I don't remember seeing that. It's very overwhelming, especially when you're when you're recording while you're looking at stuff. It's very easy to miss stuff. So, and I don't know. I'm definitely missing the tops of these dolls as I'm looking at them, so I'm sorry for that, but yeah, I obviously was not paying attention to some more Living Dead dolls. This doll, which I'm like, I haven't looked into this, but this is so fascinating to me, this like tough baby doll. It's like a Austin, what do you call it, Stone Cold Steve Austin doll, so I thought that was really funny. And lots of pegs with more ponies. So many ponies. Pound puppies, pound purries. These Robotech dolls, I actually have one of these. I have the Rick doll, not this specific one, I don't think. But I have one of those dolls, Laverne and Shirley. I would love these, but they're so expensive. These dolls, I forget what they're called. I remember talking about them, but I've never seen them in person before, so it was cool to see them. Some fashion packs. And then a random bin of G.I. Joes, aka Ken dolls. Flocked hair. More ponies. Boxes of ponies. And then some Monster High, Ever After High. And I saw this guy, which I actually just bought on Whatnot, I believe. So I'm glad I was able to pick him up. Lots of boxed Barbies here. A Blossom Barbie. The Water Jewel Magic Aladdin, which I have. Some Dolls of the World Barbies. Some Mini Bees, which I love. American Girl. Some random boy dolls. I definitely had my eye focused on like boy dolls, so I was trying to get as many as I could recorded. This I Dream of Jeannie doll is super cute. I would definitely pick her up. This bag O random dolls. Some Bratz, some Mycene, some Tiny Dolls, and then some bodies. Sunny and Cher. I was very tempted by the Sunny. I really do need a Sunny in my collection. So one day I'll get a Sunny. And some more boxed Barbies. Lots of Barbies in bins. So I didn't do a ton of like digging when I saw bins like this, because I was just like, it's also hard to record and dig at the same time. So, and I guess I could have just dug and put the camera away, but I was just lazy, I guess. So I was trying to do it at the same time. This Jessica Rabbit doll was pretty amazing. This Bratz, the recent, whatever, I forget her name. This Audrey Hepburn, lots of merch, more dolls. These were all vintage dolls, I believe. So many vintage dolls. Some paper dolls. More of those fashion packs, those Disney fashion packs. A pool set. Bratz styling head, the sugar cones. I don't know what that is. Yeah, this is a lot of Disney stuff right here. These two giant heads. I saw that from across the room. It was pretty hilarious. These are kind of. I wish I had picked one of these up. Actually, these are so interesting. They're like little wind-up toys, but they're based on snacks. So I thought those were super cute. Here's a Barbie empty cereal box. There was nothing in it, but I thought that was cute. Obviously, our glows right next to it, and the Pokemon cereal. Some boxed She-Ras, super expensive, but yeah, one day. I thought this guy was interesting. Maskatron. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this line of $1 Million Man. $6 Million Man, I think. Indiana Jones, I have one of those figures. More bins of Barbies. The Lucy dolls are cute. I have those X-File dolls. Winnie the Pooh Honey Pumper. Worst named toy. Some Spice Girls, that's for you, Chad. Some more vintage dolls. I think this was a doll vendor. This was in a separate room. And yeah, they had a bunch of boxed dolls, some vintage dolls, Mycene box dolls. This Christian Dior Barbie. And then we had this case of older Barbies as well, with like other random things in it. The nanny, this terrifying doll. Some more bagged McDonald's. I got really excited when I saw this, but then I realized they have most of these, so I decided to put it back. Then we have some more boxed dolls, which I did not go all. I started to go through them, like pulling them out, but then I was like, I'll just look at the labels. Some more randomness. This Nightmare on Elm Street game, the Freddy game, I don't know if I had this or not. I feel like I had a Nightmare on Elm Street game or something. I don't think it was this though, but this is pretty cool. So on the Flatsy, I found a Flatsy, which is very fun. These Disney cookies, it was just a package, but some Snow White stuff. E.T., the E.T. game. This Oscar Mayer Wiener, I wish I had picked that up. I think it was like a clock or something, or alarm clock. This Romper Room thing. I loved Romper Room as a kid. I basically grew up on Romper Room. Yeah, this was a random Christy doll. This was a random vendor, just full of like old stuff, which is like which is what a lot of vendors were, is literally like random stuff. This PJ doll, Twinkie. I don't even remember seeing that Twinkie. Ponies. So many ponies. More ponies. I think this was a different vendor too. These Care Bears. I was tempted by the Care Bear cousins. I like the weird like offshoots of the brands. Like I love the Pony Friends. I love the Care Bear cousins. Some more random Monster High dolls. Kind of pricey. I found out a lot of the Monster High was a little pricey for what I wanted to pay, for sure. These were some mini comics from Masters of the Universe. Some more like little toys. I saw some McDonald's toys again. I got excited. Some more. I saw some Fry Guys, some nuggets. And I think I think this is where the She-Ra figures were. Some strawberry shortcake. These monster hands, which are really random. The Cabbage Patch Kid stuff, obviously. Are those Wuzzles? I feel like those are Wuzzles. Star Wars, ton of Star Wars there. These Beetlejuice figures are amazing. They're just so expensive. These are like random Monster High accessories, like playsets and pieces of playsets. More Monster High. And then some random Cher dolls. And I think that's a Farrah Fawcett? No, Bionic Woman. And some G.I. Joes. I really like these G.I. Joes. I might look into getting some G.I. Joes because I think some of them are pretty neat looking. Bionic Woman again. Some more Barbies of the World. Strawberry Shortcake. These like mini Barbies. Some Kiddles. Polly Pockets. More ponies. Like I said, ponies everywhere. Box Monster High. This is dance class. I don't know how like rare or whatever this is, but there's that. And then this vendor also had some newer Monster High, some older Monster High. Little Kiddles for sure. Strawberry Shortcake, Cabbage Patch. I thought this was interesting. It's a radio. I didn't realize what it was, but it's a weird Cabbage Patch radio. Some more ponies. Some more Strawberry Shortcake. Some more vintage Babs. Some Bratz. I was tempted by some of these Bratz boys, but I did not pick them up. Spent a lot of time with the brats, I guess, huh? This Gems fashion pack I thought was very interesting. I don't like the fashion, but I thought it was fun to kind of see one in the flesh. I think that one Ken's arm just dropped off. I didn't even realize I did that. This guy, I have this guy. Yeah, there were a bunch of fashions that I thought were interesting, and I'm looking for fashion packs for Ken dolls right now, vintage fashion packs, so that's kind of why I was flipping through this tiny Barbie. I wish there was a tiny Ken in there, but there wasn't. Just flipping through more fashions. And then here's a quick pan of like one of the buildings. So each of the buildings pretty much look like this. They were so big. There was a Ghostbusters thing there for some reason. I don't know why. Some more vintage Barbies and Kens, some G.I. Joes, some Bionic women and men, or $6 million men, I guess. And some more Barbies, some trolls, of course. There's never a toy show without trolls. Some more Barbies, some newer Barbies. Ghostbusters again. I was just curious about this. They just basically set up shop and took photos with people and all that. The Monster High school, some random accessories, more Monster High. So many Monster High here. I do like the coffin boxes. I think those are super cute. I would love to know where they got those. Some more boxed loose Barbies. Some celebrity dolls, I'm assuming. MJ, of course, these weird dolls. Dorothy. Not sure what those were. Another Michael Jackson dressed up in a Ken outfit, which is funny. Magic Mixies, some random accessories, Enchantimals maybe, I think that was. Yeah, I don't know why I spend so much time on this, on that bin, but I think this vendor had a bunch of Monster High, or they had some Rainbow High, I guess. Just like random dolls, like loose dolls, but they were like really expensive, and I was like, wow, you're not going to sell anything, are you? Because I was like, oh, I saw some like boy dolls, and I was like, or mansters, and I was like, oh, I saw this Invisibility. I was kind of excited about, but then I saw how much they were selling him for, and I was like, no, I'm good. And then some more ponies, of course. Here's some more Monster Highs. More bins. Again, sorry for the camera work. I wasn't really paying attention to where I was recording, so you're getting lots of leg shots here. And then some fashion packs, which are fun to look at. Some more boxed Barbies, some loose Barbies. And then this row of random boxed Barbies. I love this horse loving Ken. And then Dream Glow Ken was right next to him, and I definitely remember playing with him as a kid. And this vendor had a bunch of, like, a good selection of Barbies, so old and new. Mostly like older. So we are wrapping up our time here at the Chicago. Wow,
A lot of
Chicago. So we are wrapping up here at the Chicago Toy Show. We saw lots of stuff. I'm exhausted and I'm ready to go home. So I will see you at home with my haul, and that's a wrap. So yeah, that was the Chicago Toy Show from April 2025. Like I said earlier, there were just a lot of people there. Just a lot of people there. And yeah, when we got there, there was a line to get into the door. So, and that we did not experience that in October. So I was like, okay. So from the get, I was like, all right, this is going to be an intense show. So, also, I forgot to mention that most of the stuff is toys, action figures, Funko Pops, vintage, just like stuff like that. I would say between 15 and 20%. I forget what I said in the last video, but 15 to 20% dolls, probably. And also something different this time around was that I actually had intentions of what I wanted to buy, and not just like, ooh, I want to buy that and that and that. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in looking for She-Ra, because I know that there's gonna be a lot of action figures, and I figured that would be probably the easiest thing to kind of look for. And spoiler alert, I did pick up some She-Ra figures, so I will show you those in a bit. Will I go again in July? I don't know. Maybe not. It just depends how I feel. I think compared from October to April, it is a lot of the same kind of stuff. Obviously, it's different. It's different stuff, but it's not the different stuff. Like there was stuff that I actually recognized from the last show in October. So some of these vendors are just like holding on to this stuff and trying to sell it, but it's not selling for whatever reason. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I say probably not now in July, but come July, who knows? So if I don't go in July, maybe I'll go in October. I don't know. But anyway, it was good overall. So let me just stop yapping and show you what I got. So before I show you what I got, I was gifted two dolls, actually, from a friend that was with us, and he saw these and thought of me, and I was like, that is adorable. So he ended up picking up two Little Kiddles for me. So I'm trying to position these so they make sense. But here are the Kiddles. So one is Luscious Lime, and the other one is, what is it? Laffy Lemon. So they're obviously lemon and lime themed. The containers are adorable. This one is missing the top and bottom. This one is just missing the bottom. And then it says by Mattel on the bottom, 1967, 68 is the year. So let me go ahead and show you the actual dolls. So here are Laffy Lemon and Luscious Lime. These are so cute. I'm trying to think if no, I do have Little Kiddles. I was trying to think if I had Little Kiddles, and I do. I have to, right? Like, I know I have the mini Barbie ones, but I'm pretty sure I have a Little Kiddle. I have to. Anyway, here are the ones that I got. These are adorable, so cute. So this next thing that I'm going to show you is a fashion pack, and I typically don't pick up fashion packs, although I have been thinking recently that I want to redress my vintage Kens. I want to redress all of my Kens, but specifically my vintage Kens, I want them to have like cool vintage outfits. So I saw this and I was like, for that price, sure, why not? This is I think it's supposed to be like a scuba diving kind of inspired set. I don't know if it's a complete set or not, but I'll show you what it came with. But this is the first thing, and I feel like I have this sweatshirt already, possibly multiple times, but I definitely don't have the little strings that go with it. So that's cool to see that. I also love that this is a functioning pocket down here, which is great. And then here are his trunks, which are adorable. They're like these stripy, super short trunks. And then there's this thing, which I think are supposed to be goggles. I don't know if these are incomplete or what, because I don't know how it would stay on his face. So I'll need to look this up to see what this is actually supposed to be. But I'm thinking it's supposed to be like headgear. And then the last thing in this fashion pack was these little flippers. So these are so cute. So the next thing I want to show you are some toys that I do not have in my collection yet. If you don't know, I do have a micro collection of McDonald's toys, specifically of McDonald's characters. I'm really into the McNugget buddies, and I also have the like the transforming food little toys as well. But I do not have any of these yet, and I picked up some Fry Guys. So these are super fun. They are from 1989, and you can have them without their little costumes. There's a little hole in their heads and then a little peg in the whatever the headpiece is, and you just literally just plug it in and it like kind of changes the way they look a little bit. So we have this guy, we have this one, we have this one, this one, this one, this guy, and then probably my favorite is this little weirdo here who is wearing two different shoes and this funny little mask. He is so cute. So next up we have some ponies. There are so many pony vendors at the show, probably like 4 or 5, which may not seem a lot, but it is a lot for a toy show, I feel like. And the amount of ponies that each of these vendors had was like kind of substantial. So yeah, Chad would have lost his mind. And actually, I did pick up a few for him, but I'm not going to show you because I want them to be a surprise for him. So hopefully he will show you what I sent him at some point. Anyway, I picked up a couple ponies. Right now, I am currently just looking for boy ponies and pony friends. So the non-pony ponies. But I saw this one and I was like, I need to pick this up. So this is the Christmas one, the baby Christmas one, and I already forgot his name. Or her name. Their name. I already forgot their name. So, but it's the little Christmas pony. So I have the larger one, the original Christmas pony with the Santa Claus cutie mark. So now I can display them together as a little set at Christmas time. So love that. And the pony that I'm most excited for is this. This is Zigzag. So this is a pony friend. Zigzag is a zebra, obviously, from the stripes, or not so obviously, I don't know. I love this color combo, too. This, like, minty, tealy green against the pink is such a cute color combo. And, yeah, I don't know if their hair has been cut or not. I'll have to look it up, but it is soft. Like, the hair is, like, nice and soft, so... But yeah, I can add them to my collection. So now I have 2 pony friends. I was looking at my collection earlier. I was like, how many pony friends do I have? And I only have 1 right now. So yeah, so I need to get on my pony friend collection. Next up, we have some She-Ras figures. So I also think going forward, I I'm gonna try to get She-Ra figures that have accessories with them, or most of their accessories, because a lot of the She-Ra figures that I have right now don't have anything. It's literally just the figure, and I think finding those little pieces might be a little challenging. So I think going forward, I'm just gonna look for mostly complete figures. So the first one I got was Flutterina. And she is missing her butterfly wings, so that's kind of like a huge part of her kind of character. But I might be able to find them online. I haven't looked, but at least she has like a sword and she has like a neck piece and all that. So that's a plus. Next up, we have Double Trouble. I just love the way this character looks. Like her headpiece is so weird looking. And she's got this like high pony, this like super thin high pony that is like kind of crimped. I'm not sure if this was done post or if someone actually did this to her or if she came like this, but yeah, I mean, she's got her little cape and her skirt and all that, so that's good. She's got her jewel. So yeah, Double Trouble. And the last She-Ra figure that I got was a Glimmer. I did not have a Glimmer in my collection, so again, this Glimmer is probably mostly complete. She comes with her staff. She's got her little shoulder pieces, her skirt, her gem. A lot of times the gems in these She-Ra figures are like either missing or like discolored or whatever, but most of these I think are fine. I can check 3 more She-Ra figures off my list. I think I'm pretty close to completing my She-Ra list, but I need to look again. I think I'm missing like maybe 3 or 4. I also want to get Claudine is the cat for Catra, I believe. So she's like a bad cat, but she's pink. She's a giant pink cat that's flocked. She's great. And the last thing that I picked up was a doll because I couldn't leave the Chicago Toy Show without buying a doll, at least one doll. So this was actually towards the end of the show. We were about to leave and I happened to catch this vendor with dolls. I think she specifically sold dolls, and she had a bunch of them kind of like lined up. And I saw this one and I was like, yes, please, mine now. Because I actually talked about this doll in one of my videos where I talked about Ken outfits. I don't remember what video it was, but I remember specifically pointing out that I loved the way this outfit looked. And yeah, so I ended up getting Horse Lovin' Ken. I love this outfit. This outfit is amazing. He's wearing a fur-lined vest, number 1. If you know, I love fur on dolls. I think it's so cool. But his outfit is it's just an amazing cowboy outfit. Like the whole thing is so good. She was able to come down on the price a little bit. So, but yeah, I will be doing a review on this guy at some point. So look forward to that. Also, I was pretty proud of myself because I did some haggling while I was at the show, and not like mean haggling. I'm just like, hey, can you do this for like $5 less or something? Haggling. Because when I was in Sacramento with Chad, I felt weird about doing that, and he was like, yeah, I do it all the time, and I'm like, okay. So you'd be so proud of me, Chad, that I did some haggling. So, but yeah, that was my Chicago Toy Show experience. Let me know what you thought of my haul, and also let me know if there was anything that I got footage of that you were like, why did you pick that up? Or I would love that for myself. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe. And I hope you're having a lovely whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you next time.